exciting 3 months for loyal shoppers at the East Avenue Wegmans, and they've seen some big changes. This Sunday, the new and improved store opens its doors, and Jennifer Johnson is there first. Jennifer always gets there first, and what have you found so far, Jennifer?
I try. Well, right now I'm wondering if they sell umbrellas because it's just beginning to rain just a little bit.
Okay.
No, you're right. The big opening is Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Maybe you've seen the billboards on 490, and if you've ever gone to Wegmans.com saying they even have a countdown clock. It is big. It's funny. I used to shop at this store for a number of years, and right now I'm in the parking lot of the new store, which I feel like I must have been in like the old frozen food section of the old store. It's a little weird to be standing where you knew what it used to be there, if that makes any sense. But again, this isn't open yet, but Terry's showing you the parking lot. There's an awful lot of people here in the parking lot already here today getting ready. We are going to be able to go through those doors. We're going to get a little sneak peek at 8:30, and then at 9 o'clock we're going to be able to go in and I believe do the first media report, seeing what it's like inside. But again, if you look right down over here, some of the folks getting the stores ready, they have been unloading new shopping carts out of that big truck. So new shopping carts, new store, why not? And then if we pan on over to the other side, if we could, we've been hearing a little bit about this Amore Italian restaurant. I knew there was rumors of an Italian restaurant. It also says wine bar, which makes me go, hey, I didn't know that was a part of it. But I'm wondering, one thing I'll ask a little bit later is it going to be also open on Sunday? I'm guessing not. The signs say opening soon and opening this summer, so I'm wondering if that won't quite be a part of the grand opening. I just don't know yet. Some of the many questions that I'll be asking a little bit later this morning. Some things I do know. It is 87,000 square feet, which I understand is just a little bit smaller than the Pittsford Monroe Avenue store. It will have a market cafe with 100 plus seats. That's where, Evan, if you've seen the drawings or the video, there's a fireplace in there. It looks pretty cozy. Wi-Fi as well, if you're interested. An extended hot bar. Of course, they do serve food here. Did you know that? Extended hot bar, Indian, Thai, veggies. There's 34 items supposedly on the hot bar. The produce department is going to feature a veggie market. We'll be finding out what that is in a little bit. There's a specialty deli. The pharmacy, there was one here a while ago. People who had their medications here had to transfer them over to another location for a little while. Pharmacy will be reopening here once again. We've been told more checkout registers, a lot more, and of course double the parking space because we used to be, again, where the store was. So once they took down the old store, they've been able to create a lot more parking, not only for customers, but underneath this new store is actually a parking garage, and I'm told that is going to be for employees. So the employees, all of the ones who will be here to man this store, won't be taking up the parking spots you're seeing now, and of course they'll be open to customers. I've been told, yes, there will be a sushi bar with about 50 varieties. The one thing I've read so far that is not going to be here that people have asked about is one of those W Kids Room. You see them in a few stores, the Calkins Road, for example, there's one there. It does not sound like there's going to be one here. We'll ask about that for you. A few things that people have asked me to ask about on Facebook. They said, will there be a sushi bar? I think we have the answer to that. Was it modeled after any of the other stores? Everyone always loves, like, I don't know about you, but like I have my Wegmans where I know the layout. Yes, I know exactly where everything is. So I think people are wondering, is this one going to be modeled after any other? So it's like if they know the layout of their store now, maybe they'll know the layout of this. No, and you know, sort of like a lot of the products, but sometimes you just can't find the one, you know?
Yes.
So that's, I think, one question people are asking. Also, people asked about the Amore, the Italian restaurant. You know, what's up with that? When is it going to open? What are they going to serve? All of that. We're told there's going to be made-to-order salads. There's going to be fish fry Fridays. One thing I'm curious to check out, too, if you've ever seen, last month they began to put together a little video of some of the look inside just a little bit, and it ended with this rooster coming out of a clock. Excuse me. And we're told the great clock over the produce department the rooster will crow every 30 minutes. So I'm curious if that is all set up.
I'm curious to know if that'll get old fast. But
the rooster crows.
Those employees are going to go nuts.
I think at the end of their at the end of the video they posted online, I think it was like a hashtag like, yes, we have a crow or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So that's supposedly in the produce department.
Jen.
Again, wondering right now if they're selling umbrellas.
Yeah,
But you see,
thank you,
there's
Jen. Yeah, because I know what you mean. It's like cue the rain just as you're about to go outside and they start to cue the rain. Oh, I'm getting excited over here. I don't know why. I'm all like, oh my gosh, they have this. Oh my gosh, they have that. And
I know. I'm really not much of a chef. Let's say zero at all. Grocery stores don't really excite me,
Yeah.
but I admit I'm kind of excited for this. I'm not gonna lie.
I like the prepared, that they have a large prepared food section. I think, Jen, they're taking into account people's lifestyles too. Thanks, Jen.
All right, so we'll see Jen at 8:30 for one more quick preview, and then
That was a great
for
preview,
full
though.
reports later today. Thank you, Jennifer.
News and Weather Authority. This is 13 Wham News this morning on Rochester's CW in high definition.
8:30 hot topics, and not a lot of hotter topics in Rochester than the new Wegmans.
We love our Wegmans in this community. We take people there when they come to visit from out of town, and probably been a long 3 months, though, for people who were loyal to the East Avenue Wegmans.
Yeah, this Sunday, the new and improved store opens its doors. With apologies to our friends at Tops and Hagedorns and elsewhere, we go out live to Jennifer Johnson, who is at the new East Avenue Wegmans. What's going on, Jen?
At and watch this. At and in. We are officially in. Thank you in part because it is raining. So thank you for allowing me to do this. Again, big parking lot. Again, as we look out, you see our truck right where maybe, I don't know, one of the frozen food sections used to be in the old, smaller East Avenue store. Of course, as you know, that store knocked down and this new one has been built. Let's start with parking. They're talking like double the parking, of course, when you take out an old store and move it all back, you get double the parking. So that's one of the first things you'll notice. A lot of people are going to be needed to staff this store, and there is a different parking for them. You may have ever seen, if you've come on the opposite side of the building, the parking garage that's on the other side of the building. That parking garage is for employees to keep all the spots out here open for the shoppers. So as we come into the store, sort of reminds me of the other ones, but talk about security being tight. We are the first live broadcast from inside this East Ave Wegmans. It doesn't officially open until 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. So security is tight. You're seeing people needing to sign their name to get into the store. You see all employees and visitors must sign into the security desk. We've seen some folks since we've been here over the past, 45 minutes or so. People sort of very curious, stopping by, wondering is today the day? And of course, no, not yet, not until Sunday. But we are going to get in just a little bit. The store itself is 87,000 square feet. So Norma, I wonder if you do this too. You have like your nice work shoes, and then you have your like, I'm going to the grocery store and I don't want to kill my feet shoes. I brought them because the store 87,000 square feet, and we're going to be covering a lot of territory in just a little bit. Not quite as big as Pittsburgh, but still pretty big. Some other things that people have been wondering about, is there going to be sushi in here? And according to the micro site that Wegmans has put up for this new opening, yes, there will be sushi. 50 varieties they're talking about. One thing, maybe you can see, maybe over here, this side of the building, the East Ave side, there is the Amore Italian restaurant. We had heard that there was going to be an Italian restaurant, but it also says, and wine bar. You can see some people still at work on the section of that building, and I'm going to try to confirm the time frame for us a little bit later this morning when I go in, because the signs say opening in this summer. So I'm wondering if that may not be a part of the opening on Sunday. We'll just have to ask and find out a little bit later. We'll let you know coming up at noon and 5 and 6 this evening. So you still see a lot of people doing work here. We saw a lot of the new carts being unloaded, so brand new carts, brand new store. Also people wondering, would there be, all the prepared foods that we're used to seeing in a lot of the other bigger stores. Extended hot food bar, they're saying, featuring Indian, Thai foods, veggies, 34 varieties, they say. A produce department with a veggie market, a specialty deli. The pharmacy is going to return here. More checkout registers. Again, double the parking. We mentioned that. The store manager said, be prepared to be wowed. He, of course, knows that behind the scenes, they've been working on getting this ready for months now, if not years, probably years, I should say. We've been covering this for years, too. The one thing I want to ask, too, about is a lot of parents especially have been asking if there's any of those W kids rooms. They have them in some of the bigger stores, a place you can drop your child off while you're doing some grocery shopping. And so far, the answer that I've seen is no. It doesn't sound like there is one here. We'll ask about that for you. They're featuring some Friday fish fries. That sounds fun. Another question that people have asked, will this be modeled after any of the other local stores? And the only reason I'm wondering if that is a question, because we all get, you know, Wegmans is Wegmans, but we all get used to our individual stores and knowing where exactly things are in individual stores. Then you go to another one, it might not necessarily be there. So people wondering about the layout. So we're going to check that out. You see the new carts being assembled and put into place. One thing I really want to check out too, and you saw it at the very end of the sneak peek video that Wegmans put together, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, is a giant clock over the produce department that has a rooster. And it's sort of like one of those clocks where like the bird comes out, crows, and then goes back into the cuckoo clock kind of. This one featuring a rooster, and it's supposed to crow every 30 minutes. So I'm really hoping that maybe that will happen while we're here. If it is indeed up and running, I haven't noticed it in any of the other stores. I don't know if they have them in any of the other ones in other states. There you go. Might sound
I was practicing.
Might sound just like that.
I believe she did not know her mic was on. I believe that she did not know her mic was on.
I did so know it was on.
Guys, do you have any questions about the new Wegmans?
Did you hear that? He just did it. No, Jen,
I heard it.
Yeah, no, I was wondering what the underground parking was for. Evan keeps doing this sound.
I did not.
No, but I was wondering what that was for. But apparently, that's just for employees, right?
I believe so. I'm gonna confirm that. But that's what I've been reading on the microsite.
Because at first I thought, oh my gosh, how are they going to fit people like customers and whatnot? Evan, stop it. Jen, you know what I'm going through right now, don't you?
I will also ask if they can ban Evan Dawson from this store.
Every half an hour for that rooster to crow. That's a lot for poor employees working there, but maybe that'll be fun. All right, Jennifer,
Jen, thank you for that sneak
peek. We'll see you
peek.
later today.
I like her comfy shoes.
Cross the threshold in just a little bit. We'll
sign in, though. Don't forget to sign in, girl.
I will.
And put on them comfy shoes.
Marty's full forecast is coming up next.